Alright, so for the first part of the leg day warm-up, I start off with some stretches and then go into some mobility work, kind of. Wait, now I gotta remember, because there was some stuff I cut out. Okay, yeah, some mobility work, and then we'll move on to actual getting the muscles warmed up and whatnot. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. First stretch is going to be normal hamstring stretch. So I just had my hamstring bias leg day yesterday, so this is not gonna feel that great. Fuck. 30 seconds on everything. Yeah, 30 seconds on everything. Oh my goodness. Oh, damn, dude. Alright, now we're going to do an adductor stretch. The reason I emphasize the ad is to make sure it doesn't sound like I'm saying ab. You have your adductors, then you have your abductors. So anyway. Oh my goodness. Alright, switch. Alright, now gonna move on to we're not gonna move on to yawning. We're now gonna move on to another kind of hamstring and also glute stretch, but this time with foot planted flat against the surface and then up in the air on your heel. Switch sides. Alright, now I'm gonna do a incline pigeon stretch. At least that's what I call it. Might be called something else, who knows. These names get thrown around a lot. Switch sides. I think that's everything for laying down. Now do quad stretch. This one kind of, I mean, depends on how you do it, as far as whether it hurts or not, but just because the pole or bar digging into your foot bones, but you'll be alright. The other way. everything for this part. So now, gonna do some leg swings. Is that what you call those? I don't know. But first, gonna do sideways, and then we'll do them. What do you call that? Laterally? Oh, 10 of these. Alright, next thing we're going to do is calf stretch. Alright, we're going to do some ankle rotations. Then, gonna move on to, oh wait, you can't see me. I completely forgot about that. There we go. Alright. Do some internal rotations with the knee. One, doing 5, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you're going to do your 90-90 hip switch. So, for those that do jiu-jitsu, you're going to end up, you're going to get into S-guard basically, and then you sit up, if that makes sense. So, but for those that don't know, basically you're making a 90-degree angle with one leg, making a 90-degree angle with your other leg, then you're sitting up over your knees. So what that looks like is plant your heels in the ground, give yourself some space. And so you know that's too close because my knee is touching my shoe. There we go. 2. Or wait, 1. 2. 2. Alright, so, and then, alright, so one more thing in here, and then I'll see you, yeah, one more thing in here, and then I'll see you out at the leg machines. Alright, so for quad bias leg day, gonna be doing some pistol squats. So I don't know why I'm like in my head right now when I did these on prep and surprised myself, so nice. Alright, 5 on one side, 5 on the other. Alright, I'll see you out there at the machines. So this is kind of a two-part thing, but I'm gonna do some leg press, and I'm gonna do calf raises here, and then we're gonna move on to 2 other things after this. So. So 10, I forgot to mention this, 10, 10, then doing double leg, 10 of that, and then I'll just get to the calf thing later. Alright, so for calf raises, 5 on one side, 5 on the other, and then sometimes I do 10 on both, and other times I only do 5. Depends on how my calves feel after doing the single leg 5. see you next on the leg extension. With this, I do 10 on one side and 10 on the other, and then 10 on both. So here we go. See you next on the seated hamstring curl. Alright, so with this, going to be doing 5 on one leg, 5 on the other, 5 on both. Why am I not doing 10? Well, that's because hamstrings aren't the prioritized or biased muscle group in the quad bias leg day. So that's the reason for 5-5-5 compared to doing leg extensions where I do 10-10, and then if I'm really feeling it, then I only do 5, but most of the time I do 10. So yeah, just depends. Anyway, but yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Last thing is going to be a little small warm-up on the adductor machine, since when I squat, if I'm not hydrated, or well, better way of phrasing that, if I'm dehydrated, I'll start feeling my adductors pretty good. And by that I mean like cramping, like they're gonna, for lack of a better word, tear. But yeah, it starts to scare me a little bit after like the first or second set when I'm really feeling it. Like the first set, you kind of feel it, you're like, whoa, what is that? And you almost think it's your hamstring, but it's not. I mean, it could also be, could be both, but it's definitely the adductor though. So, but yeah, it's not even like whether you warmed up properly or not, it's from you not being hydrated. So drink water. Anyway, let's go do that, and then as far as I'm concerned, that'll be it. So as far as this goes, start off with something really light. I do 10, and something that it's light, but at the 10th one, it's like, okay, I'm starting to feel it. And then I go a little bit heavier after that, and only do 5. Now with those 5 though, it's like, I'm feeling it on the second one. I'm like, okay, you know. And then, you know, 5th one, I'm like really worn down. So anyway. So for me, when I'm looking at this, the stack goes up to 290. So I start off, I mean, I don't really know what this has to do with anything, but I start off doing 110, and I do 10, the fuck? I do 110 for the first 10, and then in prep, I was doing 150 because my working weight would be like well, it was 210 for a little bit, and then it became 190. But I'm sure 150 is still perfectly fine. So anyway, so. See how 150 feels. That'll be good. 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, and there you have it. So that is it. So there you have it, the warm-up. So yeah, oh, that means I finally get the videos posted. It's about damn time. It's about damn time. So anyway, I'll see you for whatever video is next. But yeah, till then, I'll see you next time.